Hello to all, it is I, steamjoe. I hope all is going well for you right now. I am back on YouTube, people. I've been off of YouTube for about 2.5 weeks now because I was dealing with a virus. I don't know where it came from, but it was pretty strong, people. It gave me chills, tiredness, body aches, headaches, extreme fevers. My temperature was just going through the roof, and I don't know where it came from, but I went to the hospital. They gave me antibiotics and fluids, medications, and then they told me that, just take it easy, continue with my medications, and I should be okay. But I am well enough to do YouTube videos, people, so I'm sorry for the long layoff to my subscribers and non-subscribers. Sorry about that, but I am back. This year has been up and down as far as health is concerned. I mean, 1 minute I'm good, next minute I'm not doing too good. But my goal is to finish off this year healthy. No more sickness, no more this and that. I want to be healthy, and that's what I'm fighting for. So that way I don't have to keep doing these long layoffs from YouTube, because I really like making videos for you guys. But this video in particular is a review / recap of Disney Channel's newest hit show, Raven's Home. And Raven's Home is the continuation of everybody's all-time favorite Disney show, That's So Raven, including my own. I am a big fan of That's So Raven. Man, that show for me was just like, when I was watching Disney back then, that would be the show. And I would just tune in and be like, oh, Raven's coming on, every week. Raven, Simone, Annalisa Vanderpool, Orlando Brown, Rondell Sheridan, Takia, Crystal, Kyle Massey. I mean, man, they really had a classic show. And when the reruns came on Disney recently, they were getting almost as many viewers as the newer shows. So that just shows you how popular That's So Raven is. Raven Simone, for me, and I've been watching her ever since she was younger, ever since I was younger, like almost 2 decades ago. Watched her on the Cosby Show, her start, and then Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I love that show so much. The Little Rascals, Dr. Dolittle 1 and 2, even her Disney Channel movies, man. I watch those also. I'm just a huge fan of Raven Simone, and I'm glad that she's still around doing TV because, in my opinion, she's a great actress. And I just felt like with That's So Raven, the whole cast was just great, man. They really did it. They really did it. That was a classic show. And I'm glad Raven and Annalisa Vanderpool are back, because it wouldn't be Raven's Home without the two of them, man. I wish everybody else would, show up too. Hopefully they do. You never know. But so far we got 2 of the cast members from That's So Raven. But guys, without further ado, let's start this review. The episode starts off with Raven's twins. Raven has a boy and a girl. The boy is named Booker, and he is played by Isaac Ryan Brown. And the girl is named Nia, and she is played by Navia Zaraili Robinson. And so far, the 2 of them, just from this one scene, I can tell that they're going to have a good chemistry together as the series goes on, because they just go back and forth with each other. And I like it. It's like a real, siblings rivalry. And in my opinion, they delivered their lines very, very good. I thought that they did really good. Then, actually they was arguing over the bathroom. And if you have a sibling, or if you know someone who has a sibling, that could be an issue. I personally never went through it, but I know of people who had sisters or brothers, and they would just argue and fight over who was getting in the bathroom first. So they both go in the bathroom. Then we see Chelsea's son, Levi, and he is a chip off the old block, people. I mean, Chelsea is an airhead, and her son is an airhead too. But he is funny. I just love his charisma and how he meshes with the other 2, and I think that that first scene really showcased how well they'll mesh with each other as the series go on, and then just grow and grow. And hopefully we get to see them grow, over the show. I'm pretty sure it'll last. It has to last at least 4 seasons, just like That's So Raven did, but we'll see. And then Chelsea walks in the bathroom also. She burns the toaster. She's trying to find the fire extinguisher. And then, little did anybody know, Raven was in the shower. So we already get to see the full cast of Raven's home so far. And in my opinion, that was a great first scene to showcase, how funny the show is going to be. I thought the jokes were on time. The lines were done very, very good. And the kids, they have great charisma together. And that's what I was kind of worried about, with the kids actually meshed together. But so far, it seems like they're pretty good together. And I liked how they were acting. For the first episode, I thought that opening scene was just great. So then we go to our next scene, which is Raven and Chelsea. And we get a little details about their past relationships. Chelsea was with someone named Garrett. Garrett fell in love with an FBI agent who then busted him for tax fraud. And not only that, but Garrett took all of Chelsea's money and left her with the child. Raven didn't want to go into details. She was just like, it's too dark. But assumably, it is going to be Devon, who is her children's father, her past relationship. But Raven and Chelsea were just reminiscing about, Chelsea really was reminiscing about how her relationship was back then. But they were happy to be staying together. We find out also that Raven and Chelsea moved into an apartment complex together. They're in the same apartment. And, they're just happy about that. So then the kids come out and Raven kisses them. And, the kids are going back and forth. But they're having fun with each other, Booker is more of the flashier, I'm this, I'm that, I'm bad and I know it. That's his attitude. And Nia looks to be the more stable, more I wouldn't say more intelligent, but the one that's probably going to be more practical, I think, in the series. She's almost kind of like the older figure, even though they're twins, but she's like the older sibling, and then Booker is more of like the younger one. And Levi just fits in perfectly with his personality. Then they went off with Booker and Nia's father to school. So then we get a glimpse of the school at Raven's home, and it almost kind of reminded me of the school from That's So Raven just a little bit. But we also get our first look at Levi, Nia, and Booker's best friend or friend, Tess. She lives in the same apartment complex, but just, different apartment. And her character, I want to see how her character grows, because when she was first shown, I felt like she had kind of like this Brooklyn kind of vibe, and I didn't know how well that went with everybody else, because the show, they're in Chicago. And I don't know, at first I was like, maybe that might not be the best character to use. Tess is played by Sky Katz, by the way, and she's actually pretty famous. She was on America's Got Talent and everything, so that was pretty cool for the producers to choose her as Tess. But as the show went on, I warmed up more to her character, because you could tell she kind of melted into everybody else, chemistry-wise, a little bit better. And overall, I thought she did a good job also. I mean, it's the first episode, so, they're going to have to work out some kinks. But she did a very good job, just like everyone else. And we get the first glimpse of Booker having his first vision. And before that happened, Chelsea asked Raven how come she never told the kids about her having visions. And Raven responded back, well, I don't know if they'll believe me. Being a psychic sounds like it's kind of weird. And Booker has his first vision, and it was about Levi falling in a tuba, which was just hilarious. He had the vision. He tried to tell Nia. Nia didn't believe him, but Tess said that she believed psychics, which was kind of funny. That's when you can kind of tell that Tess was really warming into her role. So then Raven also has a vision of Nia being upset about Booker being the favorite. So now Raven is like, oh no, we have to, fix this before it happens. So her and Chelsea came up with a few plans, and if you've watched That's So Raven, them two will come up with some plans. So the kids come back home. Raven has this cupcake spread all laid out for Nia, and Raven is shooting out streamers and balloons, and Nia's just like, what is this for? And Raven said, you're my favorite. So as all of this was going on, Booker was trying to tell Raven, I'm a psychic, but Raven would push Booker away onto the floor, which was hilarious. So Booker then has another vision, and this vision is with Nia being hit with a weight bag. So now Booker's trying to figure out how to tell Nia. Booker, he's trying to think of a plan, so is Levi and Tess. So then the next scene is Raven looking for Nia. Nia is hiding, because Raven is just smothering herself onto Nia. Then Levi finds Nia, and then Levi leads Nia to the boys' bedroom, but Nia accidentally overheard Booker saying that he was going to have to lie to Nia in order to tell her what was going on. So then it was a big misunderstanding. Nia saying, "Oh, well, you were just going to lie to me? How could you do that?" And then that's when the situation was created, whereas Nia felt like Booker was the favorite, and Raven only looked at him. So then the next scene is the kids getting ready for school. Instead of them being talkative with each other, they're all separate. They're all eating their food, with anger. And that's when Raven's vision came true, with Nia saying that she couldn't do it anymore. She couldn't deal with Booker. So then the kids were getting their backpacks, getting ready for school. Then Raven realizes that she has to do something. So when the kids leave, then also Raven left too with Chelsea to see if she can fix their relationship, Booker and Nia's. So the next scene is the gymnasium scene, which in my opinion was the funniest scene out of the whole episode. And it has Raven doing her special comedy. And it was a throwback in my opinion to That's So Raven. But it started with Booker and Nia playing tennis. They were practicing it in the gymnasium. Raven came in, and the kids were hitting the balls from the ball machine. One of the balls hit Raven. Raven was like, "Oh no, I'm not having this." So then she took the tennis racket from one of the kids and then started swinging, hitting balls. Then she hit one of the teachers in the back of the head, which was hilarious. And Nia and Booker were still playing. Then Booker's vision came true. The weight bag knocked Nia straight out of the gymnasium into the main hallway of the school. Booker picked her up, helped her up, made sure she was okay. And that's when Nia believed that Booker is a psychic. So they hugged each other, and they was like, let's not fight anymore. And Raven saw the whole thing from around the corner. But as Raven was watching, the principal came behind her and backed her into the main hallway. The kids are like, "Mom? Mom?" And then the next scene is Raven sitting down on a bench, her two kids sitting side by side, telling the principal this won't happen again. And the principal then suspended Raven from the school for 2 weeks, which was just hilarious. But then the ending of the episode was everybody just on the roof of the apartment, relaxing. Chelsea's burning food, but luckily Levi knew the whole situation was going to happen, so he bought pizza in advance. And that was the end of the episode. But it was a classic sibling rivalry episode. One sibling feels like the other one is getting more attention or is the favorite in the household. It's been done plenty of times, but I felt like Raven's Home used it perfectly for the first episode. And the first episode had its kinks here and there, but I thought overall it was another great installment in the That's So Raven franchise. But I can't wait for more of this series to see what's going to happen, who's going to come on the show. But I'm rating this episode 8 steams out of 10. I thought this was a perfect 8 episode. It didn't go too high, it didn't go too low. It stayed, just perfect. And it played on a lot of storylines that plenty of other shows have done. But I felt like this was perfect for the first episode, and hopefully for the next ones, they just shoot for the moon and really make a great show. My main wish with this show is that the old cast members return back. And I know definitely Rondell Sheridan and Takia, they should come back on the show at some point. Orlando Brown is the one that, I don't know. Because he has said a lot of different things, before the show aired. But I do think that him and Raven can come to an agreement and, some kind of way put him on the show. They can't just wipe him off, in my opinion, off of the That's So Raven franchise. So I do believe that at some point we will see Eddie because, let's face it, Eddie, Chelsea, and Raven, that's the core. And whenever you see Raven and Chelsea, you expect Eddie. So I hope that they work something out, and all of the old cast members, including Corey too, Cal Massey. I just hope that everybody just get back on the show and just relive those old glory days, guys. But thanks for watching my review/recap of Raven's Home. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's tune in for these next episodes, people, because this show is going to be good. I just know it. But like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more great content. Thanks for supporting me, and as always, Steam Joe out.